Hey yo, what is good YouTube? It's your boy Mason and I'm back with another haircut tutorial, and today I'm going to be teaching you all how to do a low drop fade. So I already put the first guideline in. I started it right like really low behind the ear, and now I'm just coming in with my number 2 guard and I'm just starting to debulk. Now the reason why I wanted to debulk is just to create some space and like create an area for the fade. So right now I'm just going up and I'm flicking out right as soon as I get to the bulk of the hair, because I don't want to cut into the main hair, but I want to be right in that area. And so sometimes when you go with the grain of cutting down the hair, like especially when you're debulking, that's just because you're trying to make the long hair blend in with the short hair. And so that's really all I'm doing. Just trying to make sure I set in the space so that I don't go too high with my other guards, and then I have to work my way, like work real harder to get that line out. So right now I'm coming in with my lever fully open using my Babyliss Gold Effects clippers. These are like the length of the blade is similar to the Andis Master, so I like using them because they're cordless, light, and they cut really smooth. They don't cut bulk really well, but they do cut fine hair excellent. So that's one thing I like to use for these. And so I'm just going up a complete inch around the head, making sure I'm following the shape of the guideline. So every guideline that you make has to follow the shape of your initial guideline. So if you're looking at the line where you set in that first guideline, just follow that. And so to take out that to take out that lever open that you just put in, just close your clipper halfway, then go fully close, and the line should disappear. If you're taking your time and you're working your way down, it may take a lot of reps, but you'll get it. And so use your corners a lot, and then on certain areas where the head is flat, just go flush to the skin, and just make sure you're using your C motion, which is like a flick out motion. Just come around in the C, and you'll be able to see it like the letter C. So right now I'm coming in with my 1.5 guard. If you remember, I started with the number 2 guard, and now I'm coming in with the number 1.5, and I'm going right underneath where that 2 guard was, and I'm just flicking up and flicking out. I like to start with my lever open, then I go with my lever fully closed to really start seeing the fade, and that's going to help me go down to my next step. So if you're new watching this video, make sure you leave a comment, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff, man. I'm trying to come at y'all with some fire content, great tutorials, like really like just informing people on how to cut hair. So as you can see, as you cut one, you want to make sure that you comb. I don't know if you all noticed, but when I first started off with the haircut, I started with a wider tooth comb, which was the wall comb that comes like with the clippers and stuff. And then as I got more detailed into the haircut, I switched to a fine tooth comb to make sure that I get and pull every single hair so that the fade can be there. So right now I have my number 1 guard, and I'm coming right underneath that number 1.5, and I'm just going up and I'm flicking out. I'm starting with my lever fully open, and once I see that the lever fully open has cut all that I wanted it to cut, I move down and I close my lever my lever all the way, excuse me, and then I just start working at it. As you can see, I'm using different techniques because this side of the head is not fading as easily as the other side, so I have to make sure that I'm using like all the techniques I can to make sure that's even. So right now I have my 1/16, which is the same thing as the 0 guard if you're cutting with Andis clippers. But with Magic, Babyliss, and I think like JRL, it's a numbers. They call it 1/16, which is the same thing as a 0. But I'm going up with my lever fully open, then I go halfway, and then I go fully closed. Really, a fade like this takes me about 15 minutes, like 20 minutes with detailing and stuff like that. So that's my system, and it really doesn't fail me. There's quicker ways to fade, be honest with you. Like there's really quicker ways to fade. Like you don't have to go through all the debulking steps, but me, I like my fade to be consistent. And if you want a consistent fade, and then every time you cut the person's hair, the fade is looking the same, that's gonna get you climb retention, all that good stuff. So I don't rush any haircut. I take about 45 minutes on a haircut, 45 minutes to an hour depending on the haircut. And yeah, like it's a reason why I do that. Like I take an hour on a beard lineup, but if it's just a haircut, I take 45 minutes, 30, 45, and you know, it's reasons for that. I like for my haircuts to be consistent. I don't want to rush, and it's quality work, you know what I'm saying? So as you can see, I'm coming in with my lever fully open because I'm trying to make sure that the 1/16 guard is blended in perfectly with the lever open, which I started out with. And so right now I'm using a lot of clip over comb, different techniques to make sure that I have the haircut the way that I want it. So right now I'm prepping the hairline, laying down the long hairs that's in the front in the way of the shape up. I'm laying it down so that I could just come in and attack the shape up and be good to go. This is how you make a shape up last, and this is how you make a shape up pop. The haircut's better when it's laid down. So sometimes you have to naturally make the hair lay down, which means you may have to cut it down lower to make it lay down. So right now I'm coming with my Andes T outliners. I'm starting in the middle, then I'm working to my side, which is my right, which is the client's left, and I'm just working my way in. I'm looking at the mirror and I'm just attacking the line. One thing I really notice about myself, anytime I do not look at the mirror while I'm doing the shape up, it's not a good, it never comes out right. Be honest with you, like, it never comes out good to me. So this is one thing I'm working on, showing my clients the mirror. But as you get more comfortable with it, you just got to be confident that you're doing good work. So that's one thing I have to be confident in too. So I mean, you know what I'm saying, like, as I tell y'all, I'm also telling myself, but it's one thing like barbers have to do. We have to show our clients the mirror, and we're really looking for ourselves. So if we look for ourselves, then we should be straight. So that's something I'm learning, man. So I'm just trying to get better with that. And yeah, I mean, it's something that everybody does with. I'm sure everybody does with it, but you just got to be confident in your work. And as you can see, once you put the shape up on the client, you'll be able to see a lot of lines that you left in the fade. So that's why I like the shape up last. I don't really like the shape up first, because when you go back in detail, it'll make the haircut pop way more. So yeah, as you can see, I started in the middle, did my vertical bars. Never do your vertical bars straight down, because it's an illusion. So when you're looking at the client with his face straight to you, you have to see the corners of the line come out, and it has to look even to where you put the corner at. So I don't know if that made sense, but like, what I'm trying to say is, don't push the vertical bars in, because it won't look straight. You have to make it have the illusion of it like it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? So just do it in an angle, like a 90-degree angle, and then you should be good. Because if they're straight down, when you're looking forward, they're going to look like they're pushed back. So you don't want that. And as you can see, like, the T-liner is going to work. Like, honestly, I think I only use this at one other trimmer, which is the Babyliss Gold Effects. But you don't really need like the sharpest, the brand names. Like, this is a $60 trimmer, and there's so much modifications you can do to it to make it work well. That's a big selling point for this trimmer. Like, literally, people buy it not because of how sharp it is when you use it out the box, but all the modifications that you can do to it to make it sharp, and it's long lasting, and it gives you great power. Like, this is a great trimmer. I recommend it for any beginning barber that's either on a budget or not even on a budget, or just want a consistent hitter. This is the one that you have to get. So as you can see on the C cup, I like to use a clipper that's a little bit more sharp. It gives me a little more defined line, but these are so sharp that I can't use them throughout the whole haircut, or my client will be red. So I'm just really just going in and I'm retapping the line, just getting all the loose hairs that's standing up, and just making sure that the shape up is sharp, and it's 100% natural. I mean, like, no spritz. I mean, no spritz, no enhancement spray, no topic fibers, nothing. This is just a clipper and a guard, you know what I'm saying, like a clipper and a comb, like, literally. So like, this is how you achieve good haircuts, and this is how you get clients that come back every 2 weeks or every week, you know what I'm saying. Like, this is a good haircut. And as I come in, I'm using my feather razor blade holder, and I'm just coming in, I'm attacking, I'm just going at the line, going with the grain of the hair. Sometimes I go against the grain, but I really don't like to do that, because that's more so damaging to the skin. So I'd rather go with the grain, and I'd rather just attack the line. And honestly, I think, as you can see, the sideburns aren't fading well into the rest of the haircut. So I do believe I went back and hit that. I know I did for a fact. So I might not do it on the video, but I know I did. But my man trying to grow his beard, man. So we just gonna help him out and just give him a little outline, man. Make him feel a little better, man. But yeah, this is my man right here, man. So yeah, if y'all like the video, make sure you leave it a thumbs up. Make sure you comment, share, and subscribe. I spit a lot of gems in this. Make sure you subscribe for the next video, and I'm out. Peace. Sheesh.